Well, to discuss this further, I'm joined by Ayesha Kajee. She is an independent political analyst based in Johannesburg. Ayesha, thank you so much for joining us. There's quite a lot to this story, isn't there? Bottom line, though, is will the ANC agree to remove Jacob Zuma?
In the short term, probably not. It's probably going to wait until December when the ANC has its elective conference. Though there's been a motion tabled around no confidence, it's unlikely that the NEC's meeting, which is still ongoing today, will actually come up with a decision on this. It's likely to be shut down as it was last November when a motion was brought by then Minister Derek Hanekom, who was subsequently fired in the cabinet reshuffle early this year. So it's unlikely that Mr. Zuma will go immediately, but certainly behind the scenes maneuvering seem to indicate that at the elective conference in December, we will see some shift.
What do you make of these leaked emails? Is it correct that some people are speculating Zuma would like to go and set up in Dubai?
Well, certainly his links to the Gupta family, the Indian family mentioned in your report, are very, very close. Given that the last cabinet reshuffle at which significantly then Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan was axed, followed by subsequently followed by a ratings downgrade to junk status for South Africa with both Fitch's and Standard & Poor's, and a ratings downgrade expected by Moody's this week. The allegations at the time were that Mr. Zuma consulted the Gupta family around the cabinet reshuffle and did not consult senior ANC members, certainly did not consult the NEC of the ANC, which is, as you said, the highest decision-making body. Given all of that, the speculation around whether the president would join his friends in the Arab Emirates, the United Arab Emirates, certainly is just that, just speculation. But it's very, very evident, both from the state capture report and an allied civil society report that was made public earlier this week, that Mr. Zuma's links to this family are very close, and that the levels of patronage in which they're involved extend not only to Mr. Zuma and his family, but also to other senior members of his cabinet.
Ayesha, let me ask you about the view on the continent generally of Africa about Jacob Zuma, because this isn't the first time that Zuma has been in trouble. His reputation's been dragged down. For example, he was beautifying his own house with public money. What does the continent make of Zuma? Has he moved into sort of becoming an embarrassment?
Well, given that there are so many past and sitting presidents and other heads of state around Africa who have been involved in similar levels of corruption, similar types of activity, self-enrichment, building themselves homes and palaces, etc. It unfortunately seems that Mr. Zuma has followed a precedent on the continent. Certainly not a precedent in South Africa post-democracy or post-1994, but certainly a precedent on the continent. So I don't think there's a high level of concern on the continent generally, certainly not at the citizen level, perhaps at the AU level.
Ayesha, thank you so much for joining us today.